Okay, intro music now.
It was nothing spectacular. Okay. Kendrick fans were just glazing him.
Okay, Chad, it's okay. It's okay.
Drake's had enough.
Chill.
12 years ago, Serena Williams did a dance that nearly cost her reputation. But at the Super Bowl, it made her a legend. I know everyone is talking about Kendrick Lamar and his fantastic performance, but consider Serena and her surprise performance. It happened at the Super Bowl, and it was bigger than just dance. You see, back in 2012, Serena did a crip walk after winning Olympic gold, and the backlash was swift. Fox Sports called it immature and classless. The LA Times said it should be separated from the violence associated with that dance. She was pressured to apologize, not for disrespecting anyone, not for breaking any rules, but for celebrating herself in a way that made certain people uncomfortable. Fast forward to the Super Bowl. Same dance, same Serena, but a completely different response. Why? The space that she was in. Surrounded by Kendrick Lamar and other black artists, unapologetically owning their culture, free to be joyful, free to be in that space, free to be herself. That right there is the story. It's not just about Serena, but it's about every black woman and what they face every single day. Here's the reality.
Black women,
Here's the reality. 79% of black women report feeling like they have to change their behavior at work just to make others comfortable. 54% of black women leaders say they feel pressure to adjust how they speak or even how they look. Meanwhile, studies show that workplaces with inclusive cultures are twice as likely to succeed financially. So what does this tell us? It tells us that this isn't about professionalism, it's about control. Black women are forced to shrink themselves to fit into spaces that were never built for them in the first place. And yet, when black women are given the space to just exist as they are, to celebrate, to express, to take up room, magic happens. And sometimes that magic looks like the greatest tennis player of all time doing this dance on the world's biggest stage while millions cheer. It's not just dancing. It's not just a viral moment. It's freedom. And here's the question we need to sit with. Why does that freedom only exist in certain spaces?
Why does our culture only exist when it's in a certain space? Why not everywhere? Why not every day?
133.5 million people watched King Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl performance, defeating the King of Pop's previously held record for the most watched NFL Super Bowl halftime show.
I'm going to say it. I didn't give a fuck about the Kendrick Lamar halftime show. It wasn't that I didn't like it. I didn't care either way. It looked like pretty good.
We don't care if you cared or if you didn't care. It doesn't matter if you think it matters or if you don't think it matters. It matters.
Good show. I didn't pay much attention to it. But afterwards, finding out that there
When you hear people say stuff like this, if you didn't know much about it, why talk about it?
were hidden meanings behind stuff, I don't care. Spread your message. 100%. I'll tell you what I loved about it, though. They didn't disgrace America to do it. They didn't use somebody else's flag. They didn't put down America. They used the American flag to spread a message about something they wanted to get out there. And I'm down for that. I don't care if I agree with the message or don't agree with the message. I don't even know the message that they were trying to put out there for real. But what I absolutely loved about it is they didn't put down the country that give them the right to spread that message to begin with at the biggest stage that you could possibly be on, which is the Super Bowl halftime.
It's like God gave us the right. not America. God is behind everything. Everything. War, killing, happiness, famine, laughter, joy, anger, everything. Let's not forget that. How did we go from being rulers of this world and land to having to always speak and fight about our greatness as a people?
I'm sure. So, good job, Kendrick Lamar, and good job to everybody that put that show together. I didn't watch it. Thought it looked pretty cool of what I did watch, but the way you did it was absolutely the way that you're supposed to do it, with class. Don't care what the message is, do it with class. So good job on.
Kendrick Lamar didn't just perform at the Super Bowl, he made a statement. His halftime show wasn't just about entertainment, it was about symbolism, storytelling, and pushing boundaries. The entire performance unfolded across 4 stages that were shaped like a PlayStation controller button. And that wasn't just a design choice, it was Lamar's way of showing his life as a video game, a journey through obstacles, survival, and resistance. While many people appreciated the artistry, others, especially some white viewers, felt confused or even uncomfortable. Some white folks watched and thought that was cool, but others dug deeper and listened to black voices breaking down the symbolism and realized just how layered the performance was. The American flag imagery, the way the dancers moved, and the subtle nods to Lamar's ongoing themes, it was all intentional. But some white folks weren't just confused, they were angry. Some were upset that there were no white performers, no white dancers, no obvious.
Okay, but white people do not go through, not even understand. They can say they understand. They understand the words and maybe the emotion we feel as what type of emotion it was. But as for understanding deeply, mentally, and emotionally, no, because it messes with us till this day. Families, jobs, walking down the street, going to a corner store. I agree with how Kendrick Lamar and the choreographer did this whole thing. Because if there was a white person that was dancing with those people, they're just there dancing, just for show. Have our people there, we will be able to connect more because we was broken down and divided. Imagine you have a black line. It's united. It's put together. Put white dot on it. You put another one. When you add another one, at this point, you don't see black no more. So if I don't see black, and I am black, how can I connect to it?
Yes, appeal to white audiences. People who usually claim they don't see color suddenly saw it everywhere. But why did it bother them? Because this performance wasn't centered on them. It wasn't for them, by them, and about them. It didn't ask their permission, seek their approval, or cater to their comfort. And that's unsettling when you're used to being in control. Seeing Samuel L. Jackson as a black Uncle Sam, watching a show that didn't need whiteness at its center, that flipped the usual power dynamic. It puts whiteness in the position of the observed, and for some, that was too much. This is the same discomfort some people felt when a black man walked into the White House. The same outrage that erupts whenever black joy exists outside of white validation. Because black joy, self-sustained, unbothered, and fully free, has always been seen as a challenge to white supremacy. But here's the thing, art doesn't have to center us for us to appreciate it. We don't have to fully understand something for it to be valuable. Curiosity and humility go a long way. And instead of reacting with fear or frustration, we can choose to learn. So today, I'm grateful for the voices that helped me see what I missed. And I'm thankful for the artists, the activists.
I understand what this guy is saying, but it's just like, it really sucks that the president that a lot of people elected, knowing how he feels about certain people, you're saying thank you for helping me understand. But it's like we've been Black Lives Matter march, us being hanged for being black, us being hanged for saying excuse me, us being shot down the street because we're black men buried behind prison yards secretly for no good reason, my brother and sisters being deported. But since the Kendrick Lamar performance happened, you understand. When we talk about this on a daily basis, you see this. Like, one of my black brothers had got beaten up. When the police officers brought him in there, he looked like he was drugged. Beaten up, choked, in a hospital. Nurses, nobody doing nothing. What happened to those men? I could have sworn I saw the politics talking about the guy that killed George Floyd was wrongly convicted. It's not that you guys are blind. No matter how hard you try, you can never understand because you've never been in our shoes. You've never had your family or your children taken away from you and sold, or seeing your mother get raped. You've never tried to fight so hard just to be recognized as a man, because we was only 3/5 of a man. Because before all the civil rights movement, Dr. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X happened, John 3:16 didn't even apply to us black people. You will never fully get it.
The storytellers who challenge me to think beyond my own lens. Because last night, Kendrick Lamar didn't just put on a halftime show, but he put up a mirror.
Why come out with all these videos about our cultural division, our cultural impacts on our lives because of Kendrick Lamar? Why make videos about you guys sympathizing with us now when we go through this every day? Most of the attacks we face is not being put on the news. A couple having 2 little black children as slaves after adopting them. Slavery still happening in other countries. Go back to your country. We go to our country. Our oil, our gold, our products are being robbed from us. Why is there not videos every single day? Why was there just a white supremacy march on Washington? There's never sympathy. You see the unfairness. You hear about it. You watch it everywhere. TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, Threads, YouTube, Kick, Google, a book, a magazine, Fox News. There's a very huge cultural difference in this country, in this world. It's been happening for decades, for years. Well, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope it made sense. Check out my other videos, like and subscribe.
Add sound effects to the NFL shit. Oh my fucking God. Alright, so right here, there was no sound. I just heard crowd sounds. No sound. There was no sounds. Fuck, they add crowd effects? I did not know that.
And let me say this, bro, because I already see people saying, well, he meant that one part, not the A minor part. Okay, but why even say that? Why would, and if Casanat chat made him do that, shame on the chat, but why even say that right now? Amidst all this controversy, it looked like a slight. It looked like you're trying to take some away from Kendrick. It just looked like that, bro. Like, respectfully, we don't even care about your musical opinion, Casanat. Maybe them fucking teenagers do, but we don't give a fuck, okay? Respectfully. I love Casanat, but I'm just saying, bro, him saying that right there, whether it was indirectly or directly, is him like when George Floyd and all the Black Lives Matter, okay, we were saying Black Lives Matter. Then you got motherfuckers talking about White Lives Matter. How you gonna protest my protest with another protest? But we trying to point the focus on why our life don't matter that much. What the hell? And I'm not a diehard Kendrick fan or a Drake fan. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan of both. About the same. But in this one, Kendrick KO'd his ass. If it was Drake, I would do the same thing, bro. Let that man have his moment, bro. For everybody. Stop trying to they didn't cheer at minute 42. Shut the fuck up. They was cheering, though.